this may appear to be a Virgo to you. Different engine sound, did that by changing vehicles.ide. Different car colors line, because I love the 82 Mark 6 build last color scheme. Obviously, this scheme wasn't available on the Mark 5s, but whatever. First thing you're going to notice, I didn't change much. The brake force is a little bit stronger, which means the front brakes will lock quicker if you don't pay attention to threshold brake properly. I gave the car more torque. I reduced engine damage and deformation. Obviously, this is very much a tank with four wheels type car. And I gave it a 4-speed transmission instead of a 5, mainly because the most this car would ever come with from the factory was 3, and after trying in a game, 3 was just really bad. I mean, it had decent acceleration in first and second, but then it fell off of a cliff in third. And then 5 was just way too unrealistic for my taste, so fuck it, settle with 4, that's good enough. Now, you may be wondering, oh, why did I do the standard horse-cock variety of adding ground clearance and other things? Well, mainly, it wouldn't really work right with this car. The biggest problem, I think this car rides on maybe 14-inch wheels. I mean, it's hard I got decent clearance. Now, it's not amazing, but it's not enough to get you stuck. I mean, I'll find an example. I will say the extra torque is very helpful, because now you can turn really tight with it. Obviously, you got to do it properly, but you can use that oversteer to tighten that turning radius a little bit. Do 180s, redneck U-turns, they were referred to out here. I mean, we just wanted to improve the Virgo in ways that don't break it in its class, and it doesn't. I mean, this will still lose to pretty much anything. It might beat a Sabre GT now. That's because Sabre GT is kind of a terrible car. It understeers, it's wide, and it doesn't have very good ground clearance. This car is about the same width, but it doesn't understeer. It has better ground clearance, it has worse brakes. Handling-wise, maybe a little bit worse, but this is a car that will not really let you down. And the acceleration through first and second gear is actually quite good. This is actually almost on pace with a Vigoro, I want to say. I mean, Virgo versus Vigoro is a little close, but you'll have to live and deal with that. This whole area here is part of my little test track. We test on-road, we test off-road, we test bumps, we test smooth pavement, we test ground clearance. Wow, okay, that was actually pretty good. I was expecting the car to, like, jump into the ocean. That's why I had my steering at full lock to the left. Now, obviously, you should do that whenever you are near water. That is to your right. You want to steer away from the hazard. But really, this is a fun car to bomb around in now, because it has power. That was the one thing it was lacking before, and it was lacking a bit of brakes, and it was surely lacking an engine sound worthy. Now, obviously, as you saw, it doesn't have as much ground clearance as perhaps you would expect it to, but it's good enough. I mean, it's not like a Patriot when you can climb almost everything and make the game laugh at its attempts to, how we say, stall your forward progress. But it's good enough. I mean, even these, like, irregular bumps, oh, that wasn't really a good example, but even irregulars like these. I mean, I basically didn't even weight transfer there. I didn't even need to. Now, the one thing that will always be an Achilles heel of this car, it's that roof line. It is very flat. I mean, if you get stuck on that, you are not going to be able to flip yourself over easily. So you do want to be careful in weight transferring. That's something, I mean, I think I may have added a little bit of downforce to this car in handling, but very brave to shoot it at Mark 5 like that. Bumps. This area is good for bumps. I mean, you can see you can hit it at a variety of angles, and because this car has so much travel, it's really hard for it to get unsettled. I mean, yeah, you'll see it move and everything, but there's minimal corrections required. You know what, fuck it, let's make this a 6-star. Good luck with that, Mr. Impala. We're just gonna cut through here. Now, we're going pretty quick through here. The car doesn't really seem to care very much. Woo! Now, there are a couple vertical obstacles we need to attempt to climb, and we can't do them over here. So we're gonna go to another area. You'll make it. That was a little bit steeper than it looked. The car handled it just fine. I'll show you about handling the bumps really well, though. I mean, even when I hit the ground with a lot of force from going fast off of a jump, such as the kind we're going to do up here. See how the car doesn't get unsettled? It uses every inch of the travel to maintain its course. Oh, wow. I might miss the landing. See, that wasn't bad. Now, obviously, I was going way too fast there. But the car never did anything stupid. It never made me think I was going to crash. Yeah, I had to do some corrections at the end, but this is a pretty darn good car. Yeah, it is going to be on the slower side for obvious reasons. I mean, the lack of a fifth gear means you can only dedicate more or less 2 gears towards acceleration, but it doesn't make it a bad car at all. I mean, there are plenty of cars in this game that are great with 4 speeds, whether it be in-game already or because I added the handling line. There's another really fun jump that I use pretty much every time I go to Broker. I love this one. This actually might be my favorite jump. But a weight transfer? Boom! Keep right on going. That was a better example. Now, yeah, I wasn't, like, super hauling ass, but I had a good clip to it. And this is what I mean about acceleration, too. It really does drop off a cliff after 3rd gear. I mean, yeah, I am continuing to accelerate, but it's barely noticeable. I mean, you have to just listen to the engine. Yes, it is actually revving higher.
I'm sorry.
Car sure as heck doesn't feel like it. Go shoot my eyes out? That doesn't sound very scary in the slightest, man. Oh boy, dodge the half pipe. Do not hit the half pipe. Or not half pipe, do not hit the small ramp. See, it's actually pretty nimble. I mean, you wouldn't think it just looking at it. You're like, Lincoln Mark V, that's the biggest 2-door luxury coupe they ever made. At least in our generation. You'd be correct, but that doesn't mean it is a cumbersome, ungainly whale. Oh no. This is a sexy, artfully dodgy whale. The best kind. Wow, really? I got spotted from there? Alright, whatever, game. Boing. Now, I could use this ramp right here. And considering they're all spawned behind me, that's actually not a terrible play. Oh my gosh, I just had enough speed to do that.